I need to talk about the Orville, just because I need to. Hey, there's Tom with Tom Tech Show. Oh, sorry. I got ice in my mouth. I've been drinking out of my Ultron cup. So, we just had the yes and no timeline. We had the episodes tomorrow, or yesterday, whichever one it was. Here, I need to look it up now. Darn it. I'm so unprepared. So I come in here to do these videos, and what happens is I just sit down and I have an idea in my head and I go, maybe I'll talk about this. And do I bother going and looking up things that I need to look up? No, so I got to do it while I'm here, and then dig around and chat about how I do things before I actually go and start doing this. So, okay, so we had tomorrow, and the road not taken. So tomorrow, we get the time distortion because Kelly's been sucked in, to the future, and then they send her back, and the memory wipe thing doesn't work, and so now, of course, she says no to the second date, which just hilarity in itself. That's what triggers this whole thing. So then the road not taken, the Kalon have taken over everything, and they're just going crazy because they didn't defeat them and push them back at Earth in the other timeline. So they find out some things, like Isaac has a neural network that works just like the Borg does. Again, I've said in other videos, how do you get away with doing that and almost directly copying something from Star Trek The Next Generation and how that worked? I obviously there's enough crossover, there are enough people that they're just telling Paramount Studios to just get over it, it'll be fine. Maybe you should start making over at CBS. Maybe you should start making good, fun programming that people want to watch. Maybe you should try that. Okay. No. So, but anyway, so now that we as the public know this, the people in the yes timeline do not know this, or perhaps they do. We haven't really explored that. It seemed like John didn't actually get to until he had torn it down and broken it apart and everything and was studying it, found out that there's this, network between all of the Kalon. So will this eventually cause a problem? Will this become an episode that they, again, because even though they're two separate timelines, typically you can have kind of the same information end up being found out in both timelines. So will there be season 3, an episode where the Kalon hack Isaac's firewall and take him over, right? And then there's going to be, that that Ed wanted Isaac to be there and he's taking responsibility for him and everything else. And then Admiral Halsey's going to be like, well, I told you, I warned you, this should not have been, shouldn't have let him be on there. We should have done something different and all that. So that could be, I'm thinking that could be, a really good episode, that brings in, again, we need to somehow find out that the Kalon have this neural network. And then further on down the episodes, maybe another episode, or even that episode, I don't know, they're doing kind of multi-episode, a few 2-episode story arcs, kind of as they're going. I don't want to do too many of the 2-episode story arcs. I like them when they're just one by themselves. But they could do a 2-episode story arc where they got to get Isaac and get him away. The end of the episode is Isaac taking over the Orville and everything else. And then the next part 2 of the episode is now they have to find out how to break Isaac, put the firewall back up so that the Kalon aren't connecting with Isaac, and then turn around and use that network to then, the Kalon are forming another big gigantic assault against Earth or some other planet, and so then they need to stop them. And then they use the neural network to send signals back to the rest of the Kalon to shut them down, or if they have them go to sleep, that would be a little bit on the nose for me. I mean, they could, have them, maybe, it would have to be something funny, that they would do, but, like just, I don't know, discharge all their batteries or something. I don't know. They would have to come up with some kind of funny thing that they do. Like all their heads pop off. Okay, all of them pop their heads off. There you go. Since we know they do that in this other timeline, so then that would also bring that information that their heads come off and can fly. Now their heads just pop their heads off onto the ground, and that's it, right? Kind of thing. So we need to have somehow translate that knowledge from the no timeline back over into the yes timeline to maintain some congruity, some consistency between the two timelines, that you're still getting this information, even though you had it in one timeline, not the parallel universes, but still their same information gets put out in the parallel universe, kind of thing. So, and is that still active? Is somehow, will somehow they need to go into the no timeline if they can find out, okay, this is another parallel universe, that the no timeline still exists somehow, because if you temporal mechanics, right? This is crazy. If you somehow have it that when they go back, there's a timeline, an infinite number of timelines that are happening somehow, and then if you go back to the no timeline where they're trying to reverse it and it doesn't work the second time, then the no timeline would still be in existence. So could potentially they find some way to do some thing where they can jump over into the no timeline and jump back, just like they used to do in Deep Space Nine when they went to the the alternate universe and then back and things. Could that be come up in an episode that they need to do to steal more from the good Star Trek that we know and replay some of these things, like in Deep Space Nine when they were jumping back and forth between those two dimensions? So I don't know. These are all just suppositions. Take them for what they will. If they end up being stories or scripts or anything in, the Orville season 3, which I have not heard or anything of season 3. So, or any announcement or anything. Let's do a search. Okay, since I'm so prepared. The Orville. Let's do a search. The Orville season 3. Oh, it's Google's already filling it out for me. Some things we'd like to see from Fox. 5 things we'd like to see from season 3. Is it canceled season 3? We don't know. No one knows so far. So, anyway, with all the things that they're doing, all the comic books, the trading cards, the little tiny figures or whatever they're making. Hopefully they will make ships at some point, because I really like ships at some point. They just need a good toy manufacturer to sign a license and be able to move forward with it. Hopefully we'll get that season 3 announcement soon. I can't see them not doing it with all of the impetus moving forward. I mean, I don't even... Have I even seen... I don't think I've seen... There are no Star Trek figures like at Target and Walmart that are from the new show that I've seen. There might be. I don't know. I haven't looked. See, that's the thing. I haven't even looked. I haven't cared to look because there's nothing I really like about that Star Trek over there. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the Picard series. It seems to be off to a rocky start, so I don't know. I'm just glad that we have the Orville. I will be waiting. Hopefully, and the hope, right, is Orville season 3, full 24 episodes. That's what I want to see. I want to see Orville season 3, 24 episodes. We're full into it now. There's no playing around anymore. We got our California tax break, so let's just move forward with it already. Okay. Well, that's my Orville discussion for today. I have these things rattling around in my head, and I kind of need to get them out somewhere. So YouTube seems a good place to do that. And so I do that. So if you like this kind of video, do all the YouTube things, subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, hit the bell, oh my gosh, you need to have some kind of, I need to make a recording that just says that, right? Because you get tired of saying it in a video. But if you don't know how to do it or what to do, and you've been on YouTube for 10 minutes and you don't know how to subscribe and hit a bell or anything, then, I don't know. All right. Well, I make videos like this about entertainment, things that I like, and I make videos about photography, and I make videos about technology. And they're arranged in playlists, and you can just go to those and watch them and go through the ones you like and see what you like and everything else. So, all right. Well, I'm going to finish this one up now. I've rattled on about stuff for as long as I care to at this point. So have a good day. Take care. And let's cheer and tweet and everything we can for Orville Season 3. All right. See you.